We are so excited to be with you as we always are.
Happy Friday, everyone.
My name is JOMO.
I'm Charmaine.
And we come together on Friday nights to give real, raw, and relevant information about relationships. Some are dating, some are married, some are engaged. But the goal is to help you matriculate, navigate, go through what you got to go through to become one.
Right.
Well, if you notice, we're out of the pocket right now, actually in a little vacation spot. And so tonight, what I thought about talking about things we learned over time getting away.
When traveling.
So,
right.
So we'll start with Cousins Chronicles. Cousins Chronicles. I thought about this. 10 things to pack when you're going on vacation.
Right. So you can have a good time.
Correct. Now, this is an unusual list, but I think it's going to bless you real good.
Right.
The first thing you need to pack when you go on a trip is patience.
Lord Jesus.
Now, if you were in church with us on Sunday, I taught a message on the final exam, the test.
Right.
Now, I did not know what I was about to go through on that particular day.
Right.
Because after we left church, went home, got ourselves together, we went to the airport. And from that day, we had a lot of testing.
Yes, we did.
Now, I'm not going to talk about it all, but my point to you is, thank God we packed patience.
Right.
So,
and I think we do really good with this as a couple because we never really get like heated on vacation. You know, we realize we're on vacation supposed to be relaxing, and a lot of things when it comes to airports and travel and being someplace that you don't know, you're not familiar with, you can't control. And when you can't control something, it's like, just go with the flow. Don't get upset. Don't get out of character. Just go with the flow. You're supposed to be relaxing. If it doesn't go exactly the way you planned, it'll go one way or another. So just relax and just kind of go with the flow.
I think one of the key aspects of it is understanding that's going to work out for you good. Now, sometimes I'm telling you, whenever I preach this, the things that occurred that day would just be like, man, this is crazy. But we just kept saying it's all good. It's all good. And we didn't allow anything to get us off course. So the first thing you want to pack is patience. Number 2, grace.
Yes.
Because I don't know if you like me, when you travel with somebody, something always gets forgotten, mistaken, misplaced, miscommunicated, and you got to pack grace.
Right.
And it's just undeserved.
Right.
I'm giving grace because I want to give grace. And you want to keep the spirit right. I don't know about you, but when I go on vacation, I don't want to deal with a lot of drama. So I want to make sure that I'm patient. Remember, 1 Corinthians 13:4 says, love is patient and love is kind. Absolutely. So if we're getting to going away to spend some time, spend some love with each other, we want to make sure that we don't get it off course by not having patience or grace.
Right. The next one is pack a good attitude.
Come on.
How many of you all seen the couple in the airport or on vacation and one of them has a crazy face and you say, hello, how are you doing? They say, we're great. And it's like, tell your face you're great.
Come on.
Because right now it looks like you have an attitude with your spouse or the person you're with.
Correct.
So just make sure that you try to keep a positive attitude on vacation.
Number 4, an open mind. Now, understand this. When you're home and you got the kids, challenges, job, cell phone, computer, email, all these things popping up, you don't really have time to have an open mind. But when you get away, it's quiet here. No kids knocking on doors.
Right.
We have a private casita.
Right.
Nobody near us.
It's a blessing.
And
it
a blessing. No, there's no wall connected to us that can hear noise. So you could really experiment with different things. I'm not talking about sex in particular. I'm saying is you could think.
Right.
You could process.
Right.
You could have different conversations. All right.
And the next one that goes right into the next one, pack a listening ear. because on vacation is one of the great times that you can have to actually have in-depth conversation about something without all the stresses of your regular life getting in the way, phone calls, children, work, just stress. So you can actually have a conversation without all the stresses and be prepared to have a listening ear to talk about things that you don't get a chance to talk about on a regular day-to-day basis.
I know on one of our trips, I didn't have a listening ear. And it
went left.
It went left. And so in reference to having a listening ear, you have to prepare yourself to have extended conversations. Because when you're at home, most times we don't have the time to really go through the whole process. But when you're on vacation, you can have an extended conversation. You can have follow-up questions, a whole bunch of follow-up questions. And I have learned so much on vacation. When you get away, you learn more because there's no distractions.
Right.
And the person can keep on asking you questions and, elaborate. And every time we go away, we learn something.
Right.
All right.
The next one, things you want to talk about. Sometimes we even make a list. This may seem OCD, but sometimes you forget what you want to talk about. Yeah. So if there's some things that come up before you go on vacation, that you're saying, you know what, I'm going to mention that to her. I'm going to mention that to him when we get on vacation. And then you forget. Just jot it down in an email to yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. I think, having thoughts that you definitely want to get out while you're away, that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with being organized with it.
What I thought about is it's the halfway point. Mm-hmm. And as I was meditating one morning, I asked myself some questions and I said, you know what? I'm going to talk to Charmaine about it. What's our goal for the second half of the year?
That was good.
So I think it was this morning. I don't know, but it was
last night. It was last night.
Last night we started talking about, okay, so what are the goals for the second half of the year? Mm-hmm. And then she started identifying the particular topics. And I said, well, let's talk about it, tomorrow and start writing some stuff down. The Bible says we're 2 touch and agrees established. The Bible says also that to write the vision, make it plain. Sometimes you got to unplug to rewrite your vision.
That's so good.
Sometimes you got to get away to get clarity about where are we going? What are we doing? Mm-hmm. We have been we've been hurt by a lot of people going through tough times. And what I mean by that, not personally hurt, but we hurt for them. Mm-hmm. People we love that's going through challenging times. You're like, man, right. And it makes us appreciate each other more. One thing I know on this trip, I've tried to be extra. And sometimes you need to be extra kind, extra patient, extra loving, extra kissing. Right. Because sometimes while you're home, you don't do the extra stuff. You don't open the door. You don't walk a person. You don't do some of the things you usually do. I love exercising with a chick. We get on our treadmills in the morning. We go to the gym.
We can go to the gym together when we get back home.
I got no problem with that.
You hear it. You heard it first.
I've never had a problem going to the gym.
Going to the gym with me?
No, I've never had a problem with that. I'd go with you every day. I've always said whatever.
Well, I love it. I'm going to receive that in the name of Jesus.
Yes.
I'm going to record him at the gym with me. You watch.
Listen, I have no problem with gyms. Gym people or gym organizations.
Gym people.
I have been, it's just some people talk too much and don't work out. I want to work out.
Right.
But neither here nor
I think
there.
It depends on what time of day you go to the gym.
Agreed.
Sometimes, certain times of the day, people are at the gym to be social.
And sometimes a fashion show.
Yes. With very little fashions.
Just a lot of show. But we work out.
Subject.
And we get off subject.
Right.
That's all good. We work out and we got like a little process.
Right.
So we actually have a vacation schedule.
Yes.
Now, this might be something you want to do. And I deprioritize my schedule because, I'm very regimented. So now
we're not hostage to time.
Correct.
But just the things that we want to do throughout the day.
Yeah. So I make the schedule rotates around Charmaine.
My sleep.
Yes. Because
JOMO's still been waking up early.
Yeah, I'm still locked in.
But a sister ain't.
My body.
I ain't gonna do it.
I'm conditioned. And there's neither here nor there. It's not
it's actually a good thing for you to keep it because it's harder to get back on it.
Correct.
When you get back on.
Correct. So time invested with each other, working out with each other, getting reconnected. All right.
The next one was flexibility.
Flexibility.
And you were just talking about that.
Listen, you need to be flexible.
You made that real.
No, in every aspect.
Sexual.
I didn't mean that.
You didn't mean it like that.
I'm saying be able to let yourself be uncomfortable. Do something you may not usually do.
Right.
Got it? Schedule differently. Like me, I eat at a certain time usually, but on vacation, it's kind of out the window. Usually I have a particular diet. Right now, it's out the window.
We haven't been eating bad though.
Not bad, but my point is,
just
stuff I wouldn't normally eat. Yeah. I'm just, doing some things different. Be flexible.
Right.
Be creative.
Try something new.
Correct. Number 8, spontaneity. Well, the blessing of being in the desert is I don't see nobody. And you could wear whatever, almost anything. I get on the patio, I just sit there and just.
Never mind.
I mean, because in the desert, when it's dark outside, it's dark.
Yeah, it's pitch black.
So I just go out there.
Like the country.
I sit out there just in my relaxed. Just.
I think that was TMI.
TMI, Twitch information.
Yeah.
Well, it's freedom. Okay. Lastly, intentionality. Be intentional. I am, like I said something the other day that's kind of ratchet. And I knew I was wrong after I said it, and I apologize. Sometimes you have a conversation with somebody, and she got a revelation about something, and I said, I don't tell you that. Now I should not have said I don't tell you that. I have already told you that, but you did not receive it from me. But she received it from somebody else, and I said, you know what? I was wrong for saying that, and I apologize. So my point was, I'm trying to be intentional by not putting my foot in my mouth while we're on vacation. Because sometimes you could take some of your bad habits with you.
Right.
And now you can mess with the atmosphere. We're in a good place, good vibe. There's no need to be jabbing, even though she done jabbed me a couple times. And it was necessary. Because, I made a mistake and boy.
Oh, wow. We got some stories, y'all.
We got some stories to tell. Thank God I ain't go to jail.
Yeah, I was very upset. Like, I'm about to fall out of the airport. Don't take them away, Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got some good stories.
Yeah.
He gonna have some good service when we come back.
Oh, my God. Jesus.
Oh,
all right.
My goodness. Okay.
And last number 10, give your best.
Give your best.
In every area. Give your best.
On vacation.
Where else you gonna give it?
That's right.
Give your best. Take care of yourself. Give your best effort. And what I mean by that, in every aspect, try to see the best in them. Think the best about them. Give them the most grace. Be the best. It's so rare that people spend time and get away to really refocus and recalibrate on each other. And when you do, make sure you give your best. Meaning, give your best effort. If you left with frustration, don't bring the frustration with you. And just kind of recalibrate. Start with grace. All right, so we're going to give you 6 reasons why it's critical, vital, important that you have a vacation. Necessity.
Yes.
That you have a vacation.
You take a vacation.
Yes. All right, number one. A vacation gives married couples a chance to rediscover each other. Getting away from the hassles, the stress, the job, the kids, rediscover. Right. I told her, I said, girl, I can't say that on camera. I said, man, I really appreciate you. I thank you for being you. And I told her, I said, you know what, babe? I know I get frustrated with your perfectionism, but then I love it. And we're just talking, and I wouldn't say this at home because we're in the middle of something. We're always in the middle of the next job, the next goal.
Right.
So
Right.
there's always something we have to do. So I really can't say it because I just want it done. And sometimes I get, I'm a better boss than I am a husband. And sometimes I'm a better husband than a boss. My boss, because see, we work together. So when you work together, sometimes I want to be boss and I can't be boss because she wants me to be husband. And sometimes she wants me to be husband, she wants me to be JOMO. So then now
The
roles get twisted. So now we're here with no goal, no aspiration,
Right.
nothing to get done today. And sometimes she is the only person I can rely on because I know she gonna do it. Now the challenge is she wants to do it like perfect. I just want it done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
we had this conversation.
So I'm like, boo, I love your strive to be excellent in everything you do, but at the same time, just finish, So that's the balance. But now that we're on vacation, I say, you know what? I want to let you know that I know sometimes you may not hear it the way I'm trying to say it. You are a killer at doing things. Okay, you're a bomb. I said, but then sometimes you take it the wrong way when I just want you to be finished because some things don't have to, and some people don't appreciate your gift. You know what I'm saying? And I told her that. I said, listen, some things you do for people, they don't appreciate you. I said, but for me, I appreciate you. I just want you to do. And so we had the time to have a conversation because we're not in the midst of doing something currently.
Right.
So when you're
it can't be misconstrued.
Correct. So when you're in the middle of something, it doesn't get received properly. But when you have nothing to do, you just talk about it. So what I've learned is sometimes in the midst of a storm, you can't talk about the storm. But when you get out of the storm, you can kind of do like an analysis of it. And this year, I have put a lot of things on the table that I don't really think I thought out or planned. I get an idea, I run with it. And then she kind of come along with me. And I'm like, I put you in a bad spot. So, so seeing it by not having something right now to do, I realize now how sometimes I put her in a bind being my wife. But you don't see it when you're doing it.
That's so good.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're just doing it. And me, I'm next idea.
And I tend to assume things based off of what he said and what's going on at the time. So if we're in the kitchen and I'm cooking and he's saying he's not really hungry, I'm going to assume when I finish cooking, I'm not going to fix his plate because he just said he's not hungry. Instead of clarifying, were you saying that you're not hungry? So when I finish cooking, you don't want me to fix your plate? So now I'm clarifying more and finding out a lot of my assumptions were wrong. But it just didn't make sense to me. Like 1 + 1 doesn't always equal 2 in communication. So just make sure that you always clarify when your brain goes one direction, because their brain may not be thinking that. They may have just been making a statement and it didn't really mesh, with what was going on at the time. But I hope you guys understood what I just said because I kind of went in circles. But the point I was trying to make was just make sure that you clarify and don't make assumptions when you're in communication.
Tremendous. Number 2, it gives you time to reprioritize.
Yes, reprioritize your relationship. A lot of times we don't realize we've kind of put our relationship on the back burner for what's going on right now in the house. Maybe a child's been sick. Maybe, a parent is moving to the city you're in. Some things are going on. Maybe one of your children are having a hard time in school and they're in summer school and you're really trying to focus on education. A lot of people are moving over the summertime. Just make sure that on vacation, you reprioritize. Make sure that you're putting your relationship first in all that you do.
One of the things that we have done on this particular trip was exercise.
And we love to exercise. I love to exercise.
And this is one of the things that she's trying to reprioritize in her life to get back in a consistent regimen of exercise. Because, the reality is, obviously, we're not babies. And we got babies. And we want to finish our race. So sometimes in the midst of just getting through life, you lose what your priorities were. And now we can reprioritize we could rebalance ourselves and make the priority us.
Right. And it's great couple time too.
Have to do it.
Right.
Because understand this. I know in different people, different seasons. And some of you in the baby season. And what I mean by that, you got babies. Or, your kids a certain age.
Right.
Or you may have adult parents you're taking care of.
Right.
If you're not careful, you can lose you in worrying about them.
That's good.
I love my kids, but I don't think, besides JOMO calling me about rent, I don't think I've spoken to my kids about how many days we've been gone.
Right.
I have totally unplugged. I got my sister who's taking care of my babies.
We love you, Auntie Christine.
And I am not thinking about nothing. I am just trying to totally empty my brain out.
Mm-hmm.
And just, it's all about Charmaine.
You made a good point too. I think it's really good for couples to find things that they like to do on a daily basis together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a part of your routine. So you're coming it together and connecting, not just at dinner time, but doing something that both of you like. If you can find something that you like to do.
Number 3, getting away gives you an opportunity to try things you never tried before.
Right.
Fun things, exciting things.
Right.
We usually go bike riding or hiking, but it's been so hot. I don't think that's a plan right now. I mean, it's about 110 outside.
Yeah.
So I think the gym is good enough for us. And so
we're gonna do hiking.
Yeah. We're gonna make some trips and that kind of stuff. I don't want her to hurt herself, so I want to keep her body right now. She's working out. I'm not saying a negative way.
I understand what you're saying.
Them heels could be something,
right?
Something to play, not to play with. So, you get a chance to do different things. Went out and had ice cream. I don't know the last time we went out and had ice cream together by ourselves. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Now we get our blizzards from what's that place? Sonic's and Dairy Queen.
Yes.
But it was like different to actually go inside and get a cone. Just something different.
Right.
And that's one of the benefits of going away. You can do something different, try something different, experiment with different aspects of your relationship, try something different, wear something different. I know when we're in our local area, I don't wear certain clothes.
Yeah, me either.
Because
I got vacation clothes.
Yeah, because people look at you kind of way.
Right.
I know, and I've done it. I've caught enough hell from people in reference to us being on vacation that I just don't take certain pictures no more because people crucify you. Like, why you got your shirt off? Because I'm in the water.
Yeah.
Crazy
I'm
question.
at the beach.
I'm at the beach. Why he got his shirt off? Because I'm at the beach. I just, sometimes so judgmental, but that's neither here nor there. I went on the side.
I think it goes along with the profession.
Yes, people.
You're not human.
I'm not human. I can't do this. I can't do that. No, man.
Right.
I like taking my shirt off.
But you guys know us. You know us. We're just like you. We bleed just like you. We have fun just like you. And we love God. How about that?
Come on. All right. This time eliminates excuses for sex inactivity.
Oh, you not tired.
You
getting all the sleep.
And still somebody was talking about sleep.
Your stomach don't hurt.
I got a headache.
You ain't got no headache on vacation.
Stop lies you tell. Just say you don't want to do it. Because this one right here, we're talking about whatever you want, JOMO.
Look, on vacation, I get my sleep.
And I'm like, wait a second, you told me.
Just take it. No, I'm joking. No, we have a good time. Come on.
Yeah, I wake you up.
You didn't have to wake me up last night.
I did twice, 3 times.
No, you didn't. We were watching a movie.
You were. I'm gonna get up for real this time.
I did get up. After
the 3rd push.
What do you mean push?
Charmaine, wake up. It's time. Charmaine. Okay. Okay.
Maybe we should have went for that ice cream. We should have came back because I was getting tired.
Communicate on vacation when you're tired. But my point to you is,
joking.
You have.
I was tired.
Yeah, I was shocked. You were hard asleep. But that's fine. We got more time for you to catch up on all your sleep and eliminate all excuses. But my premise to you is a lot of times in relationships, you have, by the way, legitimate excuses, okay? Your kids are exhausting. Agree.
Yes, praise the Lord.
Your job's
you're a
exhausting.
caregiver.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
That's a full-time
Your
job.
job's exhausting.
Yes.
Friends are exhausting.
Yes.
Parents are exhausting. Siblings are exhausting. School, exhausting. So you have a valid reason to be tired. So when you get away, you have a real opportunity to reconnect. Experiment, try, kiss, hug, snuggle. There's no clock. There's no alarm. I don't know the last time where I've had this many days with no alarm.
We have an alarm. We usually have an alarm at least 4 times a day for different things.
Correct.
At least, if not more.
We cut off all alarms. Alarms mean nothing.
Right.
And that's where you have to get a time to where you can recalibrate.
Right.
You know, submarines are known to stay underwater for a longer time. But they say a submarine can only stay under for a certain amount of time before it has to come up and recalibrate. What I'm saying is sometimes we're so down in our relationships that we never take time to come up and recalibrate. The submarine to come up to get some fresh air. So every now and then in the midst of a relationship, you got to come up and get some fresh air and say, okay, where are we at? Let's think differently, act differently, just for a season. And then get back to what we got to get back to. Because obviously we have our children and all the things that we have to do in reference to life and business, but you have to get away to recalibrate.
Right. Number 5 is vacations give couples a time to have a deeper emotional bonding time. So you may bond on a regular basis at home, but you can have uninterrupted bonding time, emotional bonding time. Talk about your feelings. This is a great time. In the midst of war at home, after your husband has come home from work and he's stressed out and the kids are running around and you still have to take one child to karate or one child to dance and you still have to finish cooking dinner and get the kids ready for bed, is not a great time to talk about your feelings, because a lot of times in the midst of stress and you talk about your feelings, it can be even more emotional than what you're even trying to, communicate. So this is a great time when you're not stressed on vacation to incorporate some emotional bonding time.
Lastly, number 6, it tells your children what's important.
This is so good.
Because sometimes
it gives you a good example.
Yeah, because kids think it's all about them.
Right.
Which is cool. But before it was them, it was you.
And this is not just about, it's great for the kids because you're teaching your kids that you're prioritizing your relationship. So then they, in return, will prioritize their relationships when they get to be of age. But it also, it shows everybody else around you that's in your circle, your friends, your family, people that you're mentoring, that you're showing them that your relationship is important and that they're not more important than your relationship.
You have to prioritize and set a certain standard for what you want to accomplish. Okay, so I love my kids, all of them, okay? But I want to make sure they understand that Charmaine is number 1. And if you're not careful, you will have your kids thinking that they're number 1.
Right.
And that's detrimental to your marriage. They're important. They're vital. What I'm saying is God's a God of order. And though I love them, they are not first in order. So it would help so many relationships if they would really be honest and identify what is the order of my relationships. Cool? So if you do not know, I'm going to give it to you right now. So Matthew 22:23 says this: love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, and love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Right.
So the first love of my life should be God. Okay. The second love of my life should be myself.
That's it.
If you don't love yourself, you can't love others.
That's
You got to love you. I love me some JOMO. Now, I love Charmaine, but I love me some JOMO. So I love God. I love myself. Then number 3, I love my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Got it? Then number 4, I love my kids. My kids. Then number 5, it's my church. Then bump.
It's my family.
My family. My family, my church. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yes, but my church is my family. So
yeah.
So
church is our family. But let me tell you something. My mama come before my church.
you know what? I didn't think of that, Charmaine. You know why? I see why I didn't think that way.
Oh, don't say it.
I'm not saying it, but I see why. I see why your answer is different than my answer. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just, I realize.
I was making a joke and
No.
I probably shouldn't have said that.
Nah, no feelings. You're being real. That's honest. I love you, Mama. I realize that, but it's neither here nor there. I'm not going to get into that. But my point to you is when you can prioritize your relationships, it helps delineate for everyone around you what's your priority.
Right.
My kids know I love them, but Mama's the priority. Why do I say this? Some will prioritize their kids so much that when the kids are gone, the marriage is over.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Because you put all your energy into the kids.
Your whole world
around the kids. So now the kids have gone to college.
Right.
Now you have no purpose.
You don't have relationships.
You have no relationship.
All the relationships were connected to the kids.
So you got to be careful. And I'm speaking to all those out there who are fanatic parents.
And being a good parent is taking time out for yourself. Being a good parent is showing your kids, that you're affectionate with their mother or father. Being a good parent is showing them that you're prioritizing your relationship, because what they see is normally what they do.
Correct.
So you want to make sure you show them that they should prioritize their relationships. We want to raise up mighty men and women of God that know the order and how they should prioritize.
Correct.
People in their life.
Yeah. And the home is the first place they can learn order. Absolutely. If they learn order at home, it makes it a lot easier for them to deal with order outside of the home.
That's good.
So I pray you have a wonderful evening. I pray you guys got something from this time. I pray you go on vacation. I pray you recommit. I pray you rededicate, recommit yourself to your relationships. And most personally, I just want to say thank you for coming along with this journey, as we always do. Now, remember where they should subscribe at, baby.
JOMO and Charmaine on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. If you're on there right now, hit a thumbs up for us.
Yes.
And leave a comment and let us know what you thought about tonight's video. And we would love to get any questions that you all have on relationships, because we will be doing another Q&A very soon.
All right. Well, we love you. Remember this. Love, laugh, and learn. God bless.